just getting here. I'm RJ Young. This is my channel. We had some technical difficulties where the camera went out. And, well, I need to come up with a backup plan. Pretty good. 8 minutes. I'll take it. You know, I'm glad everybody made it over here. Seriously, I got a packed show. I was really happy to see that I found this backup. Not really happy with video quality, but we get to that in a second. But first, fam, I had a little ditty that I composed for you UGA fans out there. I spent all of 10 minutes worrying about UGA's defense and Kirby Smart and all the rest. But UGA fans, this one goes out to you. Oh, excuse me, hold on. See, I caught one. You know, catch a pass. Y'all don't throw passes to Georgia. Y'all don't know this one. Okay, all right. I'm going to try it again just in case you didn't get it. Fight me, UGA fans. I don't care. Look. That's what I feel about UGA. That's how I feel about it. Now, I want to know how you feel about it. What do you feel about it? You know, what do you feel about it? I want to know how you feel about it. That's how I feel about it. UGA fans. Look, before we get into UGA and how I feel about UGA, let's give one up for Mark Andrews, man, becoming the first Mackey Award winner in OU history. Think about that for a second. I mean, Mackey Award's only been around since 2000, but Jermaine Gresham didn't win a Mackey Award. You know what I mean? Trent Rattery didn't win a Mackey Award. Joe John Finley didn't win a Mackey Award. That's big time. And low key, I was looking this up because, you know, he won the Mackey Award and whatnot. And I found it really interesting that Mark Andrews has quietly become the leading tight end receiver in OU history. Like, how many people knew that? I didn't know that going in. I actually had to read the release on it. You know, he ranked 6th overall in OU history and career touchdown receptions at 22. He's got 3 100-yard receiving games. You know, he's 11th overall in receiving yards. You know, like that's crazy. I mean, and he's 6'5", 250. Like I was saying earlier on Twitter, you guys follow me on Twitter. I was saying earlier, we need to change the tight end position. Like, we need to change the name of it to, you know, something like enormous freak athlete with soft hands and prima ballerina feet. But that's a little long. It's a little cumbersome. So somebody came back with, and I think it was John. Nakata. Yeah, I think it was him. He said, we should just call that position the Mandrews. Just call it, and put M in the air raid offense. So all the Y's in my air raid system are now M's in honor of Mandrews. Because, you know, like I was calling that position unstoppable. How do you stop that man? How do you stop a 6'5", 254-pound man with soft hands? I don't think you can. I don't think that's a thing. Like, I don't think that's a thing. So, anyway, let me see who's in here. We're going to do some roll call right quick. Craig, what's good? CJ, what's good? Jesse, what's good? Steele, what's good? Devin, what's good? James, what's good? Joe, what's good? Richard, what's good? Manatee, Braden, Ronnie, Damon, Bryant, Apache, Colton, Greg, Storm Clouds, Kirk, what's good? Team Ray, what's good? Michael Taylor, in the house. Richard, what's good? Cody, what's good? John, what's good? Warthog, what's good? Warthog, man, he was the dude that let me know about man. As soon as the Mackey Awards announced, Warthog was in my mentions like, you seen this? Nah, man, it just announced. That's what's up. Steele was good. Derek was good. Brady was good. Let me see. Jesse was good. Gomar was good. Who else is in here? Anybody else I didn't call? 1982, Boomer Sooner, what's good? John was good. Austin was good. Trapper in the house. I like it. That's what's up. Binge was good. Professor was good. Blake was good. So, as I was saying before, you might want to rewind just a little bit because I did a little ditty for Georgia because Georgia's trash, you know. And if you don't know where that song comes from, you don't know where that little ditty comes from, go watch a movie or something. You know, you're a little young and you need some culture in your life. We'll put it that way. Free Ray, what's good? I seen you in the house, dog. Cody, what's good? You know, I want to give a shout out to Houston Barlow who gave super chat already. and he did it on the dead stream. So I want to make sure that he gets some love in here because he was in here first, dropping a $10 super chat before anything had even started. And then I felt like a real tard because, well, I had a live stream fail. So, but because y'all, because of the Patreon, because of the super chats, I have a live stream backup now. Like, I could afford one of those. That's awesome. That's how we're doing this. That's how we're here right now. Anyway, let me know what you guys want to talk about. We want to talk about the college football awards. I want to talk about Baker Mayfield he did something that only Herschel Walker has done, right? As a Heisman finalist, I want to talk about a few more awards that are late in the weeds. So we'll find out about Thursday. We'll find out about Friday and Saturday night when they have the Heisman Trophy Foundation award. And I also want to give away a few of my own awards. So Sooner Savage Gang awards to some people that deserve them and to some people that really deserve them. Fire Mike Stoops. I'm still on it. I don't care what the defense looked like against TCU. I don't care. That was personnel. I'm not giving him that win. I'm not giving him. You put 3 down linemen on the field. When you start the game with 4 down linemen and you get a turnover and a touchdown and then you go back to 3 down linemen, I'm not giving you love for that. I can't do that. What's up, Nancy? What's up, Jimmy? What's up, Derek? Tommy's in here. Bryce is in here. All right, so first thing we have to talk about, we have to talk about Baker Mayfield and how he's going to win this Heisman Trophy. He's going to win it. Everybody says he's going to win it, which is why I'm starting to think that maybe they might try to slight Sixo Savage. They might try to slight him. You know what I mean? Because, like, first we saw it with the Unitas Award. You saw how they tried to give that away. You saw that, right? Saw how they tried to give and not just tried, they did give it away. They gave it to Mason Rudolph, and we're seeing this. They didn't give him the Bullsworth Award. They gave it to Luke Falk. Like, what is this? Is this a Baker Mayfield backlash because he's holding his Mayfields? Miss me with this. So, like, when I saw Lamar Jackson in there, I got a little upset because I could see that there's some folks that got an agenda here. They want to give Lamar Jackson another Heisman Trophy to make him the first 2-time Heisman winner since Archie Griffin, and to spite Baker Mayfield. I could see it. I don't like it. I don't like what they're doing with that. That's not right. That's not cool. I'm not okay with that. So he should be the biggest margin of victory for a Heisman winner ever because this Heisman field is not deep. It's not deep. Bryce Love is going to finish 3rd. Lamar Jackson is going to finish 2nd. It's not deep. All right? You got to go way down the list to get to a quarterback that you would put in this Heisman conversation. Like, you would go to the running back, Jonathan Taylor at Wisconsin. You would go to the running back at Notre Dame and Josh Adams. You could make an argument for even the Pokes wide receiver, James Washington up there, kind of like D.D. Westbrook last year. You could make an argument for him, but like I feel like they're gonna slight him. I feel like they're gonna slight him. I feel like they're gonna try to take his Heisman Trophy after he did what only Herschel Walker's done. He's the first 3-time Heisman finalist, like the first one to finish in the top 4 since Herschel Walker. And Herschel was the first recipient of the award, 1982. There's a Georgia OU tie. And look, man, like I saw a dude on YouTube. He's a Georgia fan. He's talking trash, talking about how they got 3 or 4 NFL running backs in their backfield. Please, I don't care. Nobody cares. And they talk about how we don't play defense in this league. I'm sorry, TCU ranked number 1 in the country, or was ranked number 1 in the country when we destroyed them in the Big 12 in scoring defense and yardage per game in this league where all we're supposed to do is score points and throw the ball around. Look, man, UGA don't know what they're getting into with this. Like, I didn't look at the scheme, UGA. I didn't look at your scheme, all right? I didn't give your scheme a good, hard look, all right? And we're going to destroy it. It's built for us to destroy. Look, this is how UGA scheme stacks up. Kirby Smart does what he did at Alabama, which is recruit monsters. All right? The defensive line, monsters. The linebackers, monsters. Safeties are big and fast. Corners are big and fast. But here's the thing, though. They over-pursue. That's how Auburn beat them. That's how Auburn destroyed them. They over-pursued the ball. If you run RPOs and you run play-action pass, you're going to get destroyed. Now, they think that they have a beat for the air raid, but they don't. Man, look. They want to run cover 3, and they want to bring their safety down in the box to take away Mandrews across the middle. But it's not, look, if you try to run straight air raid, yes, they'll eat you alive. If you pad the ball, if Baker pads the ball, they're going to be on him. They're too big, they're too fast. All right? If you're indecisive, yes, they're gonna beat you. They run a lot of stunts to try to get your offensive line, but this is a Bill Bedenbaugh offensive line. Stunts don't scare us. We don't care about stunts. We roll up stunts. All right? So what I'm saying is, all you got to do is run zone read or run an RPO or two, and you got them. Look, they want to bring that ace safety down in the box. They are so set on stacking up against the run. They don't want to give away the middle of the field. And the way that the defense is structured with this 4-3, with this safety that they want to move around to wherever the wide side of the field is, look, man, you're putting too much strain on your safeties. You're making a Mike Stoops mistake here. You're saying to your safeties and your linebackers, but specifically your free safety and your linebackers, you have to be a better athlete than the guy coming off the ball. Please. Look, man, Mark Andrews just won a John Mackey Award. That means he's the best tight end in all of college football. You can't take him away. We got this other dude named Hollywood Brown with, 3.6 speed, just flying down the field. We got this other dude you ain't even seen enough film on because he really hadn't been in game, in Jeff Badette, who can burn you. Michael Jones came on, he can burn you. Look, the problem with Georgia's defense is that it depends entirely on the skill of the football players and not put them in position to make plays. So if all you got to do is make them bite, make a Georgia linebacker make a false step, and you got him. Jared Stidham, of all people, was running roughshod. I can't wait to put this film review up for you guys where I just break down their defense because I was getting giddy watching this defense. Because, yes, up front, the front seven are pure monsters. And that's what you can recruit in the Southeastern Conference, to be fair. You can recruit monsters from Georgia. You can recruit monsters from Alabama. You can recruit monsters from Florida. But check it out. If you want to run this 4-3 nonsense instead of 4-2-5 with the extra defensive back against the air raid, we're going to eat you for lunch. Because you want to stack up and you want to stack the run. Fine. Stop the run. We don't care. We pass for 300 yards a game. And as soon as you back up off the ball, we'll eat you alive. So I'm not scared about Georgia at all. Kirk Herbstreit in the Rose Bowl, folks, talking about Georgia sold all their allotment already. Like we don't know about allotments in Oklahoma, you dig? But look, they talking about they sold all their tickets. OU fans better show up. First of all, we are going to show up. That's what we do. We travel. That's why you want us in your bowl game, is because we travel, because we are Legion, number one. Number two, it don't matter where we're going to play or if they're trying to turn it into a visiting game. Have y'all seen Baker Mayfield's visiting road record? Like, you've seen his road record? Because I've seen it. It's immaculate is what it is. So turn it into a road game if you want to. They put Baker Mayfield's cell phone in the public sphere like idiots. Because they got to poke the bear the same day they got to find out they play the bear. Please. Like, all right. I was a little worried until I watched film, and then they did that. Now I'm not worried at all. Now we're going to win by 40. It's that simple. You just made everybody mad. You made everybody mad now. Like, I don't see how you think this ends well for you, Georgia. It doesn't end well for you. None of this ends well for you. All right? You're not going to be able to stop this air raid, because when we go 4 verticals, you're going to get beat one-on-one down the sidelines because your corners too slow, but they're read and run anyway, so it doesn't matter. I mean, the technique that they play is the one that I would teach in high school, where they can't throw the ball all around the yard. All right? Like, they've never seen this kind of an offense, let alone the best offense in the country. I'm going to get off Georgia. I'm going to get off Georgia, and I'm going to take a look at what's going on in these. Wait, is that Clark Beckham? Is that, are you related to Terry? I saw Clark Beckham through here. Hold up a second. Let me pop out this chat. Because I've been listening to your music, dog. Is that Clark Beckham? I was just in here playing country. Well, I guess it wasn't country. It was more like, Deliverance version of country. Let me see. I got it. Anyway, let me see what else everybody's talking about in here. Clark, if you ain't here, say hi again. Yes! Clark Beckham in the house! Man, dig on your music. I don't want to put you on blast or anything, but you related to Terry? Because I dig on your music. Anyway, Ross Crane got his tickets. That's what's up. Look, people in the chat already talking about, I'm going. OU is the home team. What's up, Justin? Let me see what else we got off in here. Let me see any questions. If y'all got questions, throw them in here. What worries you most about Georgia? Afraid they'll just run it and keep our O off the field? Now, Kyle, that's a good question. So That doesn't worry me at all because that's what TCU tried to do. That's what West Virginia tried to do. That's the game plan that I would run if I was trying to beat OU. I would run the football, and I would run the clock down to 3 seconds, 4 seconds before I snap the ball. Because Baker has shown that if you give him the ball, the 2-minute offense is already in effect. We move the ball, right? We get on top of the ball, we make big gains, and we get back on the top of the ball, all right? That's just what we do. So that's what I would do. Does it worry me? No, it doesn't worry me because Georgia's a running football in the first place, which, by the way, plays to our strengths. It will force Mike Stoops to put 4 down linemen there, stack up against the run. All right, that plays to our strengths. If they wanted to beat us, they would try to let Frome throw the ball all across the field against Mike Stoops' 3-3-5 and let us sabotage ourselves. But that's not what they're gonna do. They're gonna load up what's his name? Sonny Michel, or Nick Chubb, whatever the running backs' names are. They're gonna load them up in the backfield, and they're gonna try to make them just destroy the second level. But I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening. Plus, when we get the football, just count 6 on the board. That's the thing. For some reason, Georgia hadn't got the memo about what we've been doing to SEC football teams for the last 5 years. Yeah, Johnny Manziel got us in the Cotton Bowl. Cool. We got Alabama too. All right. Then the next year, 2014, next time we played them, we destroyed Alabama in the Sugar Bowl. Then we destroyed Tennessee at home. Then we destroyed Tennessee at Neyland. Then we destroy Auburn in the Sugar Bowl again. Like, come on, man. Georgia, why do you believe that because you play SEC defense that makes you good? No. It makes you chopped liver, fam. It loads you up to get destroyed. Like, SEC defenses come in playing SEC defense against an air raid. That was why I was so giddy when I thought Mike Leach was going to be the coach at Tennessee because, man, when the air raid gets to the SEC, as my man Red Dirt Sports said on Twitter, welcome to defensive hell, you know? Like, I get that it's hard to play defense in the Big 12. I don't get that it's hard to put your best players in position to make plays. That's why I ride so hard on Mike Stoops and why I give Gary Patterson a pass, you know? Let me see. Who else is in here? Who is your favorite OU player in history? I'll give you a hint, Justin. His number is 6, and he goes by Savage, but he ain't playing currently. And if you've seen that video, you know who I'm talking about. Otherwise, inside joke. Let me see. Nancy says, I can't wait till Frome meets Oboe. And you know what? I can't wait till it gets so bad that Oboe is hoping Frome up off the floor, being like, come on, son. You got it. It's all right. You know, that's the worst. When you used to get destroyed, just get dismantled by a linebacker or defensive end, and they felt so bad for you that they would help you get up and, you know, give you an attaboy on the butt. That was the worst. I hope it gets that bad for my man Frome. I really do. Let me see. Who else we got in here? What other questions we got? Alex Gilliland says, who do you have in Miami, Wisconsin? Man, who do I have? Whoever's got that bowl game, you know, because they're going to reap a lot of money because Wisconsin travels well. Miami full of bandwagon fans, but Wisconsin will buy up all the tickets. But that's going to be a terrible game. That's going to be a really bad game. You got a quarterback that can't throw. You got an offense that is just boring in Wisconsin. And you got that funky chain that Miami going to bring out. That's the worst game on the calendar for me. I hate that game. I'm not watching that game. Let me see. What else we got up in here? I'm scrolling up through the chat so I can see. If you got question marks on any of your stuff, that's better. Let me see. How about that O-line we have? Where's their D? That's the other thing. So check it. What's up, John Burkett? I see you in here. So check it. The defensive line for Georgia is its best unit. Just like our best unit is our defensive line on defense. They're monsters. Like, I can't even joke there. I watch them on film. And the way that they run their stunts and the way that they eat up space in the middle, they're a handful. Like that Georgia defensive line is legit, but our offensive line is legit. Like, we got Orlando Brown left tackle. We got Bobby Evans at right tackle. We got Eric Wren as center. You know, you know, we got all Big 12 players and probably the Outland Trophy winner. So I think they cancel each other out there. I really think what it's going to come down to is manipulating the linebackers and that safety that they want to put over the slot receiver every time. If you can make those guys look the other way for just a moment, you can eat them alive. Like, I wouldn't be surprised to see Baker rush for 100 yards in this game because Georgia so over pursues to the play. Like, Gus Malzahn was eating them alive with run-pass options, play action, and zone reads. Like, that's how you beat them. The blueprint is right there. Let me see. What do you think of Josh Heupel at UCF? I like it. I like it a lot. Onikuno in here. That's what's up. What are you wearing, Jake from UGA? I like it. So, no. I like that. I like Josh Heupel at UCF. So he's inheriting a roster that could already fit into his version of the air raid, right? He hired a defensive coordinator who can actually coach defense, number one. Number two, has ties all over the state of Florida, which he's going to have to recruit the heck out of to compete, even in the American, because he's going to have to compete with Miami, with Florida State, with all these other good Florida football teams for talent around there. But he's also in Orlando. That works for him. So I think Josh Heupel waited for the right time, the right moment to get to the right place for his skill set. Now, you still got Josh Heupel calling the plays, which we weren't really fond of at OU. But I hope he does well in Central Florida because he's a Sooner, and I want to see Sooners do well. Just don't want to see him calling the plays for my offense anymore. OU wearing Jordan for the bowl. So, Brian, that's a good question. I would have told you no about 12 hours ago. But then Lincoln Riley tweeted a photo of a polo that he's wearing while in Florida that's got the Jordan brand right over here, right, and the OU over here. So I would have told you no. But also, the Jordan brand takes over in 2018. I always assumed that contract not to start until the football season. But since I haven't seen the details on the contract, I don't think it's out of the question to think they might be wearing Jordan brand at the Rose Bowl, because January 1st, 2018. That would be cool though. That would be cool. I would like to say that would happen. I would like to think that the Jordan brand and OU would be cool enough to make that happen. But we'll see. Let me see. What else we got? Who else? Let me see. Onikuno. I'm here in Orlando and getting grilled on Heupel from my radio crew at 1080. That's what's up. Onikuno having to tell everybody who is Josh Heupel in Orlando. That's what's up. He's like, well, we got history. Let me help you out. All right, so I also want to talk about a little bit. Bill Bedenbaugh was a finalist for the Broyles Award, if you didn't know already. He didn't win it. I thought he should have won it, but he was very grateful to be a finalist. Gave a fine speech. There's a link to it on the Sooner Sports website. Encourage you to check it out. Lincoln Riley is up for Coach of the Year, according to the Football Writers of America Association, with a few other dudes. One dude from Fresno State. I don't understand why he's in there. Jeff Monken from Army. And the usual suspects in Georgia coach Kirby Smart, Clemson coach Dabo Swinney, and I think there's one other guy. Oh, Scott Frost from Central Florida is also in there. But I hope he wins Coach of the Year, because it would be really cool to watch Lincoln Riley win National Coach of the Year, but he can't win Coach of the Year in his own friggin' conference. I don't understand that. That just makes me upset. I'm a woosah right now. So, next thing I want to talk about is one of the awards that we're giving away is the Sooner Savage Gang Awards. We're going to give away the Crying Jordan. And I'm sending these awards in the mail to these respective gentlemen. The Crying Jordan is a picture of Jordan on Tony Gibson's face. Why Tony Gibson? For saying to Dana Holgerson after getting torched by OU to the tune of 59 points, that Dana ought to fire him, because that's how terrible he is at his job. I wanted to put the Crying Jordan over there because we had broken a defensive coordinator. We had broken him. We had made him say to the public that his boss should fire him. Give that man the Crying Jordan. And Mike Stoops, take notes. Take notes, fam. You gave up 52 points to Oklahoma State. Yeah, I didn't hear a peep from you except we're doing the best we can. I don't care that you're doing the best you can, all right? I don't care. I want a crushing defense. Storm Clouds! That's what's up. Storm Clouds, every $5 super chat. I appreciate you, fam. That's what's up. Man, that's what's up. Oh, speaking of super chats. So, I needed to say this. If you haven't signed up for the newsletter already, you should probably sign up for the newsletter because we're going to do a random drawing. Well, Mama Savage is going to do a random drawing from the newsletter to see who gets the next shirt. If you haven't bought the 60 Savage shirt, I'm sorry, it's gone. Limited edition. It's gone. On the flip side, if you have, cool, wear it, because I'm going to wear mine for the Heisman Trophy. Also, I wanted to say, Terry, your shirt's in the mail. Cindy, your shirt's in the mail. Andrew, your shirt's in the mail. Burn, your shirt's in the mail. Those are patrons on Patreon. I randomly just pick up patrons from Patreon to send them free shirts, and we got mugs coming in that say stuff like the flag stays, say stuff like iron the flag, so you might want to be paying attention for that. What did I swear? Wyatt, when did I swear? Did I slip? Y'all need to tell me if I slipped. Don't be shy. Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. Let me see. UCF going from a Husker QB with a ring to an OU QB with a ring. I mean, I guess. Like, I don't think that's the kind of... All right, John, deuces. I see you. Appreciate you dropping through. John Burkett. Appreciate it. I can barely hear you. All right. Can you hear me now? That's what's up. That's the kind of feedback I need. If you guys can't hear me or the stream is choppy, say so. You know, we can do something about that. It ain't swearing if it's oh, no, I'm not saying your name, dog. You want to put a curse word in your name, I'm not calling you out in the chat. I'm not doing it. The next award I wanted to give away was the Flags of Our Fathers Iwo Jima Award, going to my man, your man, 60 Savage, for planting the flag on the O Block at the Ohio State in Columbus, where they still owe us back rent for November. They owe us a ton. We take a money order. We don't take a check because we know your checks will bounce. All right. I want to give the Molly Whopping Award to UTEP because they got destroyed the worst of any OU team on the calendar this year. We appreciate you being the sacrificial lamb to start the season. You know, got us an early glimpse of my man, your man, Lee Morris. Who knew Lee Morris before that game? He's walk on, man. Wanted to come play with his boy Kyler Murray. I appreciate that. That's what's up. Do Mike Stoops recruit? Yes, Mike does recruit. I think that's one of the reasons he's been able to keep his job for so long. I think that's one of the reasons he can keep his job so long. I think it's, quite honestly, he can recruit. And if he couldn't recruit, that he would no longer be here. Like that's been his saving grace. When you bring in guys like Caleb Kelly and you are able to flip guys like Devontae Lampkin, you know, and you can find diamonds in the rough like Trey Norwood just kind of chilling out in Arkansas. Yeah, that'll keep you in a job. Just ask John Blake. Onikuno knows all about John Blake. By the way, thanks RJ for blowing up the mullet. Oh yeah, if you haven't seen that video, you should check out yesterday's video where I went to Eskimo Joe's to style on that mural that they made of Mike Gundy. By the way, why does Mike Gundy get a raise for finishing third in the conference and not beating OU and not winning championships? That's Oklahoma State for you. We reward mediocrity. Let me see. Can I get a shout out to my sons, Toby and Wyatt? What's up? Dad put you on blast. I like it. What happened to Lee Morris? Same thing that happened to Jeff Badette, I guess, man. You know, like we kind of deep at that position, so they gotta they gotta fight for it. Plus, when you're a walk on, it's hard to get up there, man. It's hard to get up there. Let me see. David Prater, what are you saying yes to? I don't know. You got to tell me, dog. My son says sup, RJ. Kirk, tell your son I said what's good. Landon, what's good? Yeah, people getting in here late. We should do another roll call. If you're in the chat, say what's up. We should do $1 from Andrew Southard. I appreciate that, fam. That's what's up. Gabriel says, how well do you think OU will defend against Georgia? Man, that's the $1 million question. So I spent so much time breaking down the defensive side of Georgia football, that I'm not really sure about how much we can expect Mike Stoops' defense to bend, not break, because they really Onikuno says we do not talk about John Blake because they really just run the football, and we don't see a football team that runs the ball quite like them, except like maybe Kansas State. But even Kansas State's an outlier because Kansas State doesn't run the ball with a running back. They run it with a quarterback because they don't care. They don't care about quarterbacks at Kansas State. Let me see. Derek says, what's up? Nick says, what's up? Michael Davis Jr. says, what's up? Steven says, anyway, can you turn up the audio? Well, I mean, I'm working on it, fellas. I'm working on it, you know. Apparently we having some, y'all really can't hear me because I'm shouting into this thing. So, by the way, if you got to the chat late, you didn't miss much because I had some technical difficulties that we finally got worked out. Gabriel says, what's up? Medical says, what's up? June, what's good? Braden, what's good? Ryan, what's good? Game videography, what's good? Valerie! Your husband reached out yesterday on Facebook. That's what's up. I appreciate that. Lloyd says, would love to see Sermon get over 100 yards against Georgia, who didn't offer him a scholarship. Real talk there. Drake says, what's up? Rob says, what's up? Trapper says, Lee Morris is listed as tight end on the depth chart. Wow. There's some news. I didn't know that. That's what's up. Gregory says, could you talk about Rodney Anderson? Is there any more news on that? So, no. There is no more news on that. And I don't expect there to be much of anything until Norman police finish their investigation or the hearing comes December 18th. You know, we're just, Onikuno says he hear me fine. That's what's up. Hey, Burn made it in. Burn, your shirt's on the way. There's no news to report on that front. You know, it's just a bunch of sitting and waiting right now, except Rodney Anderson apparently created a Twitter account to try to publicly defend himself further. Which, you know, I'm not going to fault the kid for doing that. You know, he says he didn't do anything wrong. We're going to let the facts sort out the facts on that. If you haven't if you haven't seen the video that I made with the Rodney Anderson explainer, I encourage you to go back to yesterday's video. Take a look at that. I'll fill you in. By the way, if you're new to the channel, or this is your first time here, hit the like and subscribe button. Because I upload a video every single day. It's always OU related, college football related, sports related. And as you can see in the chat, we're having a good time. Kelly Elaine says, I'm what's up. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. You're what's up. Let's see. Lincoln recruiting what concentrating on you think. To be fair, dude, we're stacked at offense. Like we got maybe like one more slot to fill on the offensive side of the ball. You know, we're holding out for a tackle or two. Whoa! John Rickards with the super chat. 6 So Savage. Glad I got one of the last shirts. That's what's up. That's what's up. I'm glad you got it too now, dog. That's what's up. Michael Lay says, holler if you hear me. Goose Fraba. Yeah, I'm gonna work that in there. I'm gonna work that into the lexicon. John got one of the last. I think he got the last, actually, 6 So Savage shirts. I don't put those shirts up there to stay, guys. Like, I put them up there for the time that they're up. They might stay up for 2 months, 3 months, and then I take them down because I want them to mean something a little bit more. They're not supposed to be just generic shirts. They're supposed to symbolize a place and time. So, like, the Heber shirt, everybody who was there for that night knows what that shirt's about, you know? And it'll be around until it's not around. So, if you want a shirt and you like a shirt, I encourage you to pull the trigger because I mean, I'm going to take them down. Let's see. Man, yes, thank you for saying nice to John because that's what's up. Seriously, those super chats and those Patreons, that's the reason the stream is able to go right now. Like, I had some technical difficulties with my option A. And because of the super chats and the Patreons, I was able to create an option B where it's not ideal, but we're here and it's working because of y'all. I mean, some of y'all weren't around for the live stream fails where folks were like, getting into the super chat, getting into the Patreon going, yo, man, we need 1080p. We need you to have a better internet connection. That's what's up, you know, and I want y'all to see where your money's going. I appreciate it. Let me see. Who else we got in here? Let me see. You guys got questions, drop them in the chat. And if I don't get to them, please resubmit. You know, there's no limit on the chat. Let me see. I want to give the Fight Me Award. Yeah, I wanted to give the Fight Me Award to Oklahoma State, who gave a man a raise for losing to OU and finishing third in the conference, but also because I go to Oklahoma State, I'm getting a Ph.D. there. They give me money. I want to be an English professor. I said cool, but also I get the added bonus of trolling the campus whenever I want. If you haven't seen the video where I pass out L's, I encourage you to take that out because I got little L flags that I'm passing out to students, and they're just taking these L's. It's a good time. Plant flags all over Stillwater's campus. I got my Ric Floyd Nature Boy on in front of Boone Pickens Stadium. It's nice. It's fun. Let me see. Jacob Jansen says, what's up? Let's see. Georgia is going to try and run the ball down our throats. Well, that's their only option. They don't really have another one to do. Valerie says, can you give a shout out to Trevor? Go eat your dinner. I got you, Valerie. I got you. Let me see. Again, I live in Norman, and I've heard it has over 100 texts. Well, and you know, so game videography, I've seen those kinds of things too, but I don't report them because, I mean, I used to be an OU beat writer, so I know how hard it is to kind of vet that kind of information, so I don't take it at face value. You know, I want to let the police do their job. Flame, I appreciate you, fam. I'm telling y'all get on Patreon. I will send you free stuff. I do. Like, there's stuff in the mail to patrons right now. Let's see. Which true freshman will you have with the biggest impact on the game? Probably CD Lamb. Be fair. You know, if CD can get open again, you know, if he can be the dude that he was in the first half of the season, I don't think these corners can run with him. It's either going to be him or Trey Sermon. You know, we're going to need that dude, especially what he can do in the fourth quarter where he can just run out the clock. You know, that's what we're going to need. We're going to need that dude. I want both of those guys to have big games. Do you get a lot of hate up and stagnant? No, actually. Like, people ask me this question about how folks treat me when they see me in an OU jersey or Oklahoma Sooners hoodie when I'm walking through Stillwater's campus. And I got to tell you, they're ambivalent. Like, they don't care. You know? Like, you saw how they took them L's. They don't care. They don't have passion for Oklahoma State athletics, let alone Oklahoma State football. They don't care. You know? Like, they're just used to mediocrity. They're used to not winning championships. It doesn't bother them. They're used to OU styling on him. It doesn't bother them. And so, of course, I'd be walking through their campus in OU gear and nobody would say anything. You know, I keep hearing about these stories about how folks in Stillwater take it hard. Maybe folks in Stillwater who, like, live in Stillwater and don't go to school in Stillwater do. Because I can believe that. There's folks in Norman like that aren't like students. You know, there's some students in Norman that don't go hard. I appreciate that. But, like, when I'm on campus, which is all I'm in Stillwater to do is go to school, I don't get any static from anybody. You know, they don't care. Let me see. Somebody asked another question. The Bullsworth. Yeah, the Burlsworth, man, they gave it to Luke Falk this year. They denied Baker Mayfield another one. So I understand what they want to do with that award. They want to give it to a walk-on, a good story. They don't want to just give it to the same guy over and over. But Luke Falk knew what was going on, Washington State quarterback. And he said, thank you, Baker, for letting me win the trophy. Like, he knew what was up. You know, he knew it was Baker's trophy. So, you know, it lost a lot of it lost a lot of its cachet for me when they didn't give it to the most deserving walk-on, probably in all the history of walk-ons, at least in OU football history. What do you think of the chances we land Micah Parsons and or a Bookie? A jury's out, man. Jury's out. Look, those kids will tell you what they think, and they'll tell you if they want to come. I mean, they're jury's out on it. I don't like to predict where kids are going to go to school, number one, because I don't talk to them every single day, and they're kids. You know, unless they're committed, like say a Ronnie Perkins committed or Ron Tatum committed, you know, I let them go on about their business and I let the coaches recruit them the way the coaches can recruit them. It does me no good to pontificate or to ponder Nostradamus whether or not an 18-year-old is going to make a sound decision about life. Think about you when you're 18. So I understand why you would ask me the question, but that's my honest answer. Till he decides to commit somewhere, I'm going to say that the coaches are doing their job in recruiting or not doing their jobs in recruiting. It's that simple. You see? How long have I been streaming live? Oh, maybe about 35 minutes. Somebody would know because I got started late because we had those technical difficulties. Let me see. What else we got? Norwood is legit. He's due for an INT too. Look, Norwood is legit, you know? I think John IBN calls him Scrappy Slim because we need him to eat a Big Mac or something, you know. But also, he was just kind of lying in the cut in Arkansas. You know, Arkansas didn't offer him. Like, that was Mike Stoops. That is Mike Stoops' saving grace. They can identify talent, and they can recruit it. Can't put it in the best position to play football, but they can get Caleb Kelly into the program. They can get Devontae Lampkin into the program. They can get Amani Bledsoe into the program. But once they get here, you know, oh, OMTM, today is my birthday. Can someone make me happy with a sub, please? You want a sandwich? You can go to Subway. Jesse Killian, RJ, do you really think Stoops is going to be bad against SEC offenses? His track record is great. His just struggles versus the air raid. So I think you're onto something there, Jesse. When he can check this out. When Mike is able to install 4-3 principles, he's pretty good. But when he wants to use his air raid principles, he's pretty bad. And against SEC offenses where they have principles that lend you to a 4-3 concept, he's going to coach it. And he's going to coach it well. Because that's what we won a national championship with. Because Mike Stoops is convinced that he needs to run a 3-3-5. But he doesn't. He needs to have 4 down linemen at all times. And maybe rotate in a nickel safety or a third linebacker. My God. Let me see. Cindy, what's up? Thanks for telling that fool on Twitter to back off. Yeah, family, fam. Yeah. Also, Sydney, your shirt's in the mail. Got you. Let me see. Why are we talking about KD in here, man? That dude don't like Oklahoma. I hope he gets out on. Let me see. Hank in Galveston. Turn my sister onto your YouTube. She loves it. I appreciate that, Hank. Hank's cool. Sooner Ball Talk is what's up. Let's see. Yeah, man, we don't talk about the flag. You got to go check out the rules. We got rules, and they're posted. They're posted. What you think about Jordan Evans playing versus their Steelers? I didn't watch that game. I heard he did good things, though. I didn't watch that game. Let me see. Nottingham is... y'all kill me when y'all talk about y'all taking bathroom breaks and coming back. I don't take bathroom breaks. I did a 4-hour live stream for the Big 12 title game. I didn't leave not once. Y'all miss me with your bathroom breaks. I'm not going to give you applause for that. Do they treat you like their big brother? Trapper asks. I think this is towards Stillwater. No, they just wish that I didn't exist. Like, they don't say anything, but like their faces say they want to set me on fire. But they still not going to say anything. That's the difference between Oklahoma and Oklahoma State. If we got something to do, we'll get Brody with you. Oklahoma State, they just going to sit over there and pout. Poke out their lip. What's up, Zoo Storm? Let me see. Let me get back to this award real quick. So, I want to give the Moldy Cheese Award to Dave Pash and Greg McElroy to go along with that wine that they had when Baker Mayfield grabs his Mayfields on live television and they decided to try to go in on my boy for a full week. I'm convinced that Kansas game robbed Baker of the Unitas Award. And it probably robbed him of the Bullsworth Award too, now that we're talking about it. And that's one of the reasons I believe that they would try to rob him of the Heisman Trophy. That's his trophy. That's his trophy. It belongs to him. And y'all gonna let your insensitivities, get in the way of the most outstanding football player of 2017. I don't like it. It's not cool. It's not cool. Let me see. What else we got in here? Do you think that OU is going to beat the spread against Georgia? It's 1 point, man. The spread's a point. Like, I would hope so, Jacob. I would hope so. Like, I was actually looking at the spread the earlier, and it was a pick 'em on some sports books. Like that. There is no spread. JSL Carpenter says, I think Sermon's gonna have a big game. I'd like to think so too. I'd like to think so. I'd like him to have a good game. I'd like him to have the kind of game that he had in the fourth quarter against Baylor, to be fair. Valerie Dion says Patterson should be honorable mention for that Moldy Cheese Award. Yeah, you onto it. Valerie's onto it because, well, check it out. He's gonna use his weekly press conference to go in on Lincoln Riley and Baker Mayfield because his players can't catch football when they see it coming at his face. Like, that's on the football player. We play football, you got to be able to catch a ball. Like, I don't think Orlando Brown, who never has to catch a football, would have let that football hit him in the face. Like, do you play football? You got hands? You got ball skills or not? And then you going to catch feelings. Miss me with that. Gary was trying to stir the pot, and it didn't work. Jesse Killian says the spread open at 1.5. Most definitely would be the 1.5 spread. I would so check it out. The reason that I pay attention to the spread in college football is not because I bet, right? Although I'm thinking about, what do y'all think about me picking games? Whoa! Gomar! I appreciate that. With the $10 super chat. That's what's up. I appreciate that. Nah, man, that's what's up. Gomar 88 in the house. Round of applause, please, sir. So I watch the sports books because it is their job to not, they will lose money. They lose money if we beat them, right? So they want to make it so that we don't get beat. So if they pick a team to win, you gotta give that some credit, because they have to put a lot of thought and effort into that, and they don't have a team. Their team is green. Their team is money. So I was really intrigued to see that they made Alabama the favorite in the college football playoff. What do they know that we don't know? But I also think that's got more to do with Clemson than it does OU or Georgia, to be fair. I think those odds will change when they get to the national championship. But if you got to pick from 4 teams, I guess you could talk yourself into Alabama if you're not an OU fan. I guess you could do that. But then again, you could talk yourself into Clemson, because they're the defending national champs, and they walked all over Miami in their ACC title game. So, this is the reason I pay attention to them. But also, getting back to this college football playoff conversation for just a second, I've said before, I want an 18 playoff. I really do. I want the 5 conference champions to get in, because I think conference champions mean something, right? And I want 3 at-large bids, right? So you can have that group of 5 get in if you want. You could have Notre Dame get in if you want. And then you could have a UCF, a Western Michigan, a Boise State. That team would get in. They would have an opportunity to play. You can match them 1 versus 8, or you can give 1 and 2 a bye. I don't care at that point. But here's the thing. Drew McGarry on Deadspin actually had a really great take on this, which is that it's never going to be fair, because college football is in the business of being unfair. It's always going to be political, right? Because they want to manufacture controversy about college football, because that'll keep people talking about college football and keep money rolling in on college football. I mean, that's a good point. There's a lot of people that do not care about the scoreboard whatsoever, and I think some of them are on that committee, to be fair. There was a popular, I think it's still popular, fan theory, conspiracy theory that, there's folks in the room who were making these picks about who should be in the college football playoff that decided that the best game for the money would be Clemson versus Alabama. And they wanted to ensure that that game happened. And there's no way that you could jump Alabama into, a third or a number 1 spot, right? Or even a second spot. But you could squeeze them in there at 4, and you can make that rematch between Clemson and Alabama happen, which has been really the best game, like the best rivalry game in the college football playoff in its very, very, very short history that we've seen. So there's enough people in that room that have something to gain by watching Clemson and Alabama play again, even if it means leaving out a conference champion in Ohio State. Now, I hear people talk about Ohio State jumping Penn State, even though Penn State won their conference championship a year ago. But look, man, I didn't like it then. I don't like it now. I think you should have to win your conference. Look, if we play in high school football, if you don't win your district, I don't think you should be playing in the state championship. I don't think you should be bracketed, unless you're going to let those 2 teams in from the district, number 1, number 2, then that's fine. But I don't think that you can look at a district champion in state championship football and not let that district champion into the playoff. We would riot. Texas football would riot. And that's what you've done with the college football playoff, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Somebody asked what I thought about Kelly Bryant. So, check it. What I think is you got to force him to run the ball. I think you got to force him to run the ball. I think you got to do your best to take away Hunter Renfrow, which is Deshaun Watson and now Kelly Bryant's favorite target on that team. You take him away. You force them to run the football. You force Kelly Bryant to hold on to the ball, where you take away that running back every single time, and you go and you try to dislodge the football. You keep hitting the quarterback. Quarterbacks don't like to get hit. No quarterback likes to get hit. Even Sixto Savage, who I love, who I absolutely adore, he don't like to get hit. Quarterbacks don't get hit in practice. That's just the way it is. They don't like to get hit. So anytime you get an opportunity to legally hit a quarterback, it's always going to feel different to that guy than it will, say, a lineman or a safety or a wide receiver. Somebody has to block. Somebody has to get off of a block. Quarterbacks don't have to do any of that stuff in practice, man. None of it. They wear a blue jersey or a red jersey that says, don't hit me. So anytime you can shake that guy's confidence by tapping him, tap him. And if you tap Kelly Bryant enough, I think he's going to fold because nobody's really hit him. So go hit him. If you're Alabama, go hit him. On the flip side, I want Clemson to win that game because we beat Alabama. We need to destroy Clemson. Let me see. Who else we in? Who else is in here? What else we got? Do you know the criteria for when OU wears Oklahoma or Sooners on their jerseys front. I don't see a pattern, and I've been wondering for years. Nah, I mean, so it just reds are home, whites are away. You know, that's all you can count on. And to overthink it like that, yeah. Let me see. ESPN is in bed with the SEC. Well, yeah, but they're also in bed with Texas. You know, they go where the money is, man. They created the SEC network for the SEC. Yes, they're in bed with them. We've known this. We know that the bias is there. We know that they give Paul Feinbaum airtime. We know that they give Tim Tebow airtime. You know, we know that they have a network dedicated to just Southeastern Conference sports. On the flip side, they did a stupid thing getting in bed with Texas to give Texas its own, the only network, like just the only ESPN network of their affiliates. And that's, you know, I think that Longhorn Network is losing money, fam. They should have just made a Big 12 network. Then Texas could have their content. Oh, you could have theirs. We'd even throw Kansas a bone like we've been doing since they've been a member of the conference, because they haven't carried their weight since Mangino was the head football coach down there. You know, Uncle says UCF over Bama. Ooh, I'd like to see that game. I'm not gonna say that the UCF will win that game. I'd like to see it. What are your thoughts? Yeah, like I said earlier in the show, I like Josh Heupel being the coach at UCF. I think that he's in position to do a good job, and I think that's a league that he could win in and win in consistently. Now, taking a big boy job, we'll see. But this is a good space for him. Like, I would have said that before Lincoln Riley was made the head coach at OU, I would have said this is the kind of job that I would like to see him take, you know, because it would have been something he could grow into. Shows what I know about coaching and about Lincoln Riley, because I was like the rest of y'all, where I was going, I don't know if he's ready for this. Dude, 34 years old, he hadn't been a head coach at any level, and then all he's done is win the Big 12 championship, go 12-1, be a finalist for Coach of the Year, coach a Heisman Trophy winner, a John Mackey Award winner, and lead college football in yardage per game. So maybe that'll be Josh Heupel, but I don't think so. Let me see. What else we got? Oh, yeah. I want to give this turquoise turnover chain. I'm telling y'all, I got these pictures, and I got that I'm going to put on the Patreon so y'all can see what I'm talking about. But I want to give the turquoise turnover chain, which is a ugly chain. And if you wear turquoise, I'm sorry. I still think it's ugly. I don't, turquoise jewelry just bugs me. So I'm going to give the turquoise turnover chain to Mike Stoops, because we were awful. We were awful at creating turnovers this year. We didn't get nearly as many picks. We didn't force nearly as many fumbles as we need to or I wanted to. That's why I was freaking out. We're on the first play from scrimmage with TCU when Kenneth Murray stripped it. Caleb Kelly picked it up, ran it back to the house, because I hadn't seen that all year. And that was found money. It's found money when we're able to get a turnover. And then Will Johnson with the pick, you know, in the Big 12 title game. I was like, oh my goodness, I don't know what to do right now. Be still my heart. You know, y'all creating turnovers. Y'all don't do that. Because Mike Stoops, man, got to put him in position to win. Horace Chandler, I appreciate you. Braden Zimmerman, I have a nice red alternate now, and I would be a little upset if they got new ones. I hear you. I think next year is when he'll have to earn his paycheck. Yeah, you know, like I think if we don't win a national championship, I don't think he's going to be around to have a chance to earn his paycheck. Baker's crotch grabs is greater than Bama. Yeah, stipulated. Let me see. What else? What else we got? Questions. I'm looking for questions. Did I have it? Oh, yeah, I got the Mighty Mouse. I'm giving the Mighty Mouse away for the Hollywood Brown because my man looks like he could fit in your pocket, and yet he still makes plays. Like Jalen Saunders. Jalen Saunders would have won the Mighty Mouse had this show been around. Georgia fans think their linebacker Smith is better than Brian Bosworth. Yeah, well, we got actually facts that say that Brian Bosworth is better than whoever this dude is. Do y'all know the only defensive player in OU history to be a Heisman finalist is Brian Bosworth? Like, think about that for a second. Think about how nasty we've been on defense in the past, you know? Think about guys like Derek Strait. You know, think about guys like Torrance Marshall, Dan Cody, Gerald McCoy, you know, Tommy Harris, Dusty Dvorak. Think about how nasty we've been on defense, and yet Brian Bosworth is the only OU defensive player to be a Heisman finalist. That just tells you where the Boz fits. in defensive schemes and in the reality of all-time greats, Let me see what else we got. What do you think of the future of Texas football? It depends, man. Like Todd Orlando, the defensive coordinator at Texas, is up for the SMU job when everybody thinks and knows Chad Morris is going to be the next head coach at Arkansas. And if Todd Orlando leaves, Tom Herman is the only thing holding up Texas, because all of their draft eligible players are leaving. They're gone. They've got nothing to build on, This was supposed to be a rebuilding year for them, and they don't have anything to rebuild on. All the guys that are eligible for the draft are leaving. Assistants are leaving. Nobody wants to be a part of that program just now, man. Like, there are Texas fans that can't wait for Tim Beck. There are Texas fans that think like Tim Beck, the offensive coordinator at Texas. They think Tim Beck is their Mike Stoops. Like, they're unhappy down there in Austin. I'm kind of digging it. Do you think Rodney Anderson will declare for the draft? Yeah, I do. Regardless of how this situation ends up. See? Burn. Selman et al. Yeah, Teddy Lehman talking about all-time OU greats, and yet the Boz. Of course, when Selman brothers were playing, there was no Heisman. So, I don't know that we could actually include them in this con. Whoa, Cody! That's what's up, fam. Appreciate that. Yes, Boomer Sooner. UGA sucks. I'm telling y'all, if y'all don't have Twitter accounts, you should get Twitter accounts, because I'm on Twitter and I'm already blasting. So there was this hashtag that said a happy song in 4 words, and I'm writing stuff like cry, Kirby Smart, cry, and we made, or what did we do? We destroyed OU. We destroyed Georgia football. OU destroyed Georgia football. I'm having a good time. I encourage you to play along. It's fun. I think John was in there earlier, John Rickard, and he was saying stuff like Oklahoma National Championship. And it was getting nasty real quick. Texas A&M got Jimbo Fisher. That must tell you how badly Florida State is running their ship. Because of all the coaches to do some moving and shaking this year, I would have never thought that Jimbo Fisher would be the guy to leave a blue blood program where he could more or less be for as long as he wanted to be. Like, they finished 6-6, and they weren't even calling for his head. And yet Texas A&M comes sniffing, and Jimbo Fisher's like, yeah, I'll think about it. I'll think about it. And not only did he think about it, he took the richest contract in college football history, and it's all guaranteed. 10 years, $75 million guaranteed, dog. Man. But then again, Tennessee is looking at that contract going, well, it ain't nearly as much money as we're going to spend. Check this out. Tennessee still owes Butch Jones money, and I think it was Derek Dooley. Now help me out. Was it Derek Dooley before Butch Jones was the head coach of Tennessee? But they still owe that dude money, right? And then they owe Greg Schiano money because he signed his contract until I think they still got to pay him $1 million. And they still haven't found a head coach. Like, they owe money to 3 football coaches, one of which they're paying to coach for Ohio State, and the other one they're paying to leave them alone in Butch Jones. So, like, Tennessee, man. Tennessee's looking at that A&M contract going, I wish we could get away with just $75 million. Do you think Bob Stoops is more conservative than Lincoln Riley for play calling? No. I think Bob would be conservative out the gate, but for good reason. But Lincoln is aggressive till he gets a lead, and when he gets a lead, he rides it out. Like, he's just a disciplined play caller, you ask me. He takes chances when he can, and when he doesn't have to take chances, he runs out the clock. I don't see anything wrong with that. All right, dude, I can't. You're putting time out. You can't be in here dropping those kinds of lines and expect me not to put you in timeout, dog. Let me see. This is a family channel, man. There was a Heisman back then. Billy Vessels won it prior to that. That's good truth. That's a good point. So I retract the Selman brothers claim. Just raises the level of the boss to me. Do you think? Let me see. What else we got? Let me see. How will our O-line handle the Georgia defensive line? I'm nervous. I think it's a wash, man. Like I said it earlier, I think they're gonna cancel each other out. I got to break down more of the offensive line film, but look, they're just gonna handle them because when Georgia wants to stunt, the ball's already gonna be gone. They're gonna be chasing the play action most of the time, and if they're chasing the play action, that just means that Orlando Brown is gonna have to just push them to one side. You know, Bobby Evans is going to do some down blocking. That's about it. They're not making it hard. Dr. Winston says, I got a missed call from Phil Fulmer. Styling on Tennessee. I like it. Will you cry if Georgia beats the nation? I know I will. Will I cry? I don't know, man. I'll be upset. I'll be mad as all get out. I'll be mad. I don't know if I'll cry, but I'll be mad. It will not be a happy post-game show. Let's say that, man. Do you think next year's offense is better than this year's? Next year's? Devin, I love you, but I'm not thinking about next year's offense right now. I can't. We're too close to a national championship. We got 2 games to win until we get number 8. 2. We haven't been this close since 2008. I don't want to think about 2018 till we get out of January. I don't. I appreciate you looking ahead. I just can't do it right now, man. Let me see. Hi from South Texas. What's up, David? From South Texas. Holding it down. Thoughts on Tanner Mordecai? Everything that I've heard about Tanner Mordecai is, he'll fit into the system. He's mobile enough, and he's got a good enough arm, but he's also putting up stat lines. Like I did a video a couple weeks back, I think, about just how good Tanner Mordecai is at the high school level. So I think if he's a quick study, and most of the guys that Lincoln's recruited are very quick studies, then he'll fit in. But how good will he be? I don't know. It's always hard to project with a quarterback, because we thought Cody Thomas was going to be great. We thought Trevor Knight was going to be good. Well, actually, we didn't really think Trevor Knight was going to be that good, and we were kind of right in that. We thought Blake Bell was going to be the truth. I knew that. Thought Kendall Thompson was going to be pretty good. Thought Justice Hansen was going to be pretty good. So it's always kind of hard to tell with quarterbacks until you actually see them in a live game that matters and counts. On the flip side, I saw a post on Twitter where Spencer Rattler was playing basketball, and he went from one end of the court to the other and slammed it home. Like, Spencer Rattler's an athlete, man. He's 2019, but he grows a little bit, puts on a little size. He could be fun. He could be Kyler kind of fun. You know what I mean? Richard says, we stay in a 4-2-5, they will be done. But we're not going to stay in a 4-2-5 because our defensive coordinator is Mike Stoops. I hate that. So much, man. Let me see. What else we got? Riley may be a better recruiter than Bob. Too early to tell. It's too early to tell. Because you got to give Bob credit for everything that happened between 1999 and 2017. So you really got to give. That's Bob. That's his head coaching. Think about this. Every offensive coordinator that has been an offensive coordinator for Bob has landed a head coaching gig. I don't think anybody else can say that in college football. I really don't. Think about that for a second. Every offensive coordinator that's been an offensive coordinator for Bob has got a head coaching job. Going back to Mike Leach, to Mangino, to Chuck Long, to Kevin Sumlin, to, what's my dude at Ohio State? Kevin Wilson, Jay Norvell, Lincoln Riley, Josh Heupel. Every single one has got a head coaching job. So, I'm not prepared to say that, because when I think about recruiting as a head coach, I also think about what kind of assistants you bring in. I think about that a lot. It's not just about getting good players. It's about getting coaches that can coach those good players and help you recruit. Oh, Gomar! I don't think my first $10 went through, so here's another. It did, man. It did. I appreciate you, though. He wanted to make sure his $10 got through. That's what's up. Let me see. Jerry Snell says, I think Murray might have a chance to put up better numbers than Mayfield overall next year. Again, I want to talk about that in 2018. Right now, I want to talk about the Heisman Trophy winner come Saturday, or better be, in 2 games to a national championship, 1 game to beat another SEC team. And we stay styling on SEC teams. I love styling on SEC teams. That's one of my favorite things. Burns says OU is head coach nebula for college football universe. True story. All right. We're running up on our end time here. I don't like to keep y'all longer than an hour because I know y'all got dinner to make in the case of folks like Valerie. And I know that some of y'all only budget an hour, so I appreciate that. So let's let's do a roll call right quick so that everybody can get out of here. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. Upload a video every single day. It's always OU related, college football related, sports related. We have a good time, as you can see in the chat. It's family friendly because I don't let people come in here just throwing profanity. You get putting time out for that, fam. Let me see what else we got. And dude, like, I'm not gonna call you out with that username. You know who you are. Let me see what else we got. Have a nickname for the offensive line. We gotta think about that. We gotta think about the Gris and the Avengers. I don't know where that would come from. Anyway, if you're in the chat, say what's up so I can call you out. Gomar says what's up. Let me see. No, seriously. Derek says boomer. That's what's Sooner. Also, if you're on hashtag boomer sooner on Twitter, it does a little OU insignia. I like that. Chris Bundy, what's good? Michael A. Goosefraba. What's up? Michael Davis, what's up? Jesse, what's good? Richard, deuces. Riley May, what's good? Let me see. JJ, what's good? Walker, what's good? Cody, what's good? Uncouth Badger. Buenos noches, amigo. Yeah, that's my second. I gotta learn Spanish for this Ph.D. It's not going well. Let me see. Ryan Blackwolf. That's what's up. Bryce, what's good? I'm making dinner while